Welcome to Howard's Opinion, the podcast where we dive into the most intriguing stories in the world of sports. I'm your host, Howard, and I'm thrilled to have you join me today. As we explore the ever-changing landscape of athletics, we're going to tackle a topic that's been gaining momentum: the rise of women's sports. Now, I know what you're thinking. Women's sports have always been around. But the truth is, they've often been overlooked and underappreciated. However, with the increasing popularity of female athletes and teams, we're seeing a seismic shift in the way brands are engaging with this demographic. From kit suppliers to headline sponsors, companies are finally recognizing the value of partnering with women's sports. According to recent studies, women hold 70% of the household purchasing power, making them a highly attractive market for brands. And it's not just supermarkets and beauty products that are getting in on the action. Sportswear giants like Adidas and M&S are also taking notice. But what's really interesting is how these brands are approaching their partnerships with women's sports. We're seeing a move towards collaborative product development, echoing apparel partnerships, which is a game changer for female athletes who have long been underserved by the sports equipment industry. And let's not forget about the impact of social media and online platforms in promoting women's sports. The likes of Nike and Maybelline are using their influence to create engaging content and promote female empowerment. But here's the thing. There's still a massive drop-off in girls' participation in sports around the age of 14. Due to anxieties around skin condition, periods, and peer perception. It's a critical issue that needs addressing, and brands like Persil are taking steps to dismantle these taboos with campaigns like "Every Stain Should Be Part of the Game." So, what can we learn from this shift in the sports landscape? For starters, it's clear that women's sports are no longer an afterthought. They're a major player in the world of athletics. And as brands continue to invest in female athletes and teams, we can expect to see even more exciting developments in the years to come. We'll be right back with more fascinating sports news on Howard's Opinion. Welcome back to Howard's Opinion, folks. I'm your host, Howard, and we're diving into a fascinating story that's got me excited about the future of sports. You know, I've always said that sports have the power to bring people together, to inspire, and to create opportunities for growth. And today, we're going to talk about a development that's doing just that: the rise of women's flag football. Now, I know what you're thinking. Flag football? Isn't that just a watered-down version of the real thing? But let me tell you, this is a sport that's gaining traction. And it's not just for kids. We're talking about college-level competition with teams springing up all over the country. And the NFL is taking notice, providing support and resources to help grow the game. According to recent data, 14 states have sanctioned girls' flag football as a sport, with over 42,000 players nationwide. That's a staggering number, folks. And it's not just about the numbers. It's about the opportunities that this sport is creating for young women. We're talking about scholarships, athletic development, and a sense of community and belonging. I love the story of Brooklyn Sturm, a freshman at Augustana University who never planned on playing sports in college. But then she discovered flag football, and now she's a quarterback. She said, "I thought I needed to focus on academics, but when I got here, it felt like a part of me was missing." That's the power of sports, folks. It's not just about winning or losing. It's about finding your passion, your identity, and your sense of purpose. And let's not forget about the coaches who are learning and adapting to this new sport. Melissa Lee, an associate athletic director at Augsburg University, said, "Why am I doing this? It's for those women who've never worn a uniform, who've never been part of the school spirit of being part of a team." That's what it's all about, folks, creating opportunities and inspiring others. Now, I know some of you might be thinking, "But Howard, this is just flag football. What about the real deal? Well, let me tell you, this sport has its own unique rules and strategies. It's not just about running around and catching balls. It's about teamwork, tactics, and skill. As we continue to follow the growth of women's flag football, I'm excited to see where this journey takes us. Will we see more colleges and universities adopt the sport? Will we see professional leagues spring up? The possibilities are endless, folks. Stay tuned for our final story of the day, right here on Howard's Opinion. Welcome back to Howard's Opinion. We're closing out today's show with a fascinating story from the world of sports, specifically the NFL, as we count down to the 2025 NFL Draft. Hall of Fame safety Leroy Butler is sharing some valuable advice for prospects, particularly those playing in the safety position. Butler, a legendary Green Bay Packers player, will be representing the team at the Taste of the Draft event on April 23rd, alongside other notable alums. During this event, he'll have the opportunity to interact with top safety prospects, including Malachi Moore from Alabama. Butler's message to these young players is clear. Prioritize being a tackler over being a hitter. He emphasizes that by doing so, they can extend their careers and avoid injuries. Butler's insights are rooted in his own experiences as a four-time first-team All-Pro and a member of the 20-sack and 20-interception club. He stresses the importance of not letting opponents get behind them and instead focusing on making safe, effective tackles. This approach, he believes, is key to a long and successful career in the NFL. The Taste of the Draft event, where Butler will be sharing his expertise, is not only an exciting opportunity for football fans, but also supports a great cause. The net proceeds from the event will benefit Genu's efforts to end student hunger and tackle youth food insecurity in Wisconsin. As we wrap up today's show, I'd like to reflect on the significance of mentorship and guidance in sports. Leroy Butler's willingness to share his knowledge and experience with the next generation of NFL players is a testament to the power of paying it forward. His advice serves as a reminder that success in sports and in life often depends on making smart decisions and prioritizing long-term goals over short-term gains. That's all for today's Howard's Opinion. Remember to like, share, and subscribe. And until next time, these are some of my humble thoughts.